Electricity is generated from coal-fired power stations, typically in Mpumalanga, where there is abundance of coal, and more recently renewables power plants, mostly in northern and eastern Cape, where there is abundance of sun and wind. It is then transmitted to users across the country via a long network of transmission power lines at about 400,000 volts. Electricity is then stepped down as it reaches the municipalities and towns and substations to about 11,000 volts and is distributed to townships, suburbs and industrial sites, and further stepped down before connections to household to 220 volts using surface or pole-mounted transformers. From these Eskom local transformers, electricity is connected to an individual house or business via an electricity meter box, mainly outside of the house to allow Eskom access. This box contains a circuit breaker or main isolation switch, typically 60 amps rated for normal household with overcurrent protection, which automatically cuts out the circuit when the usage exceeds 60 amps. The meter box also contains an electricity meter which measures the kilowatt-hour units used. On a monthly basis, an Eskom technician is dispatched to read the kilowatt-hour meter readings on the Eskom meter box, log it on their billing system to generate a monthly electricity bill. The Eskom bill consists of the current month kilowatt-hour reading, the previous month kilowatt-hour reading, which are then subtracted from each other to give the kilowatt-hour usage for the month. In this example, the monthly usage is 755 kilowatt hours. This total number is split to the first 600 kilowatt hours per month usage is charged at R1.45 per unit. Then the usage over 600 kilowatt hours is charged at R2.29 per unit, which is 155 kilowatt hours in this example, i.e. they split this total usage of 755 into 600 and 155. In their billing, Eskom also has a daily network capacity charge of 623 cents per day. In this case, there were 26 days and the total charge for the period is 161 Rand 98 cents, which takes the total bill to be the sum of the three components, which makes a total of 1,391. From Eskom meter box, power goes to the main electricity distribution box, the main DB box inside the house. The main DB box has the main switch, which is thick and isolates both the live and neutral wires when disengaged. It then distributes power via a bus bar to various independent circuits fed by individual circuit breakers with appropriately sized current rating. In this example, we have a pool pump at 15 amps, we have two light circuits at 15 amps each, we have two plug circuits at 20 amps each, we have two geysers at 20 amps each, a sub DB at 32 amp and a stove circuit at 40 amps. So your total electricity usage is the sum of these usages or circuits. So you need to know how much each of the individual circuit is costing of the total monthly bill. Let's take a standard 150 liter geyser. It is rated at 3 kilowatts. So if it runs 3 hours to heat up water from cold, that's 3 kilowatt times 3 hours, that's 9 kilowatt hours. At a price of R2.29 per kilowatt hour, that's 20 Rand. So 3 hours will cost you 20 Rand or 600 Rands per month. Stove is also 1 kilowatt hour per plate. So similar to the geyser, cooking 3 plates for 3 hours will cost you about 20 Rand a day or 600 Rand per month. The pool pump is rated at 700 watts and it runs for 4 hours per day. So 700 watts times 4 hours per day times the price, it gives you 200 Rands per month. Here I've gone ahead and connected the smart meters to the main electricity supply and also to each individual circuit, your pool pump, the plugs, the geyser, the stove, to measure and record instantaneous power consumption every 5 seconds and push it to the dashboard. I also push the 5-second power measurements to a database for statistical analysis. Let's review a sample of the results. The total instantaneous power consumption is 8.36 kilowatts, pool pump currently pushing 656 kilowatts, fridge 250 watts, kettle 1.79 kilowatts, geyser 1 8.32 kilowatts, geyser 2 1.97 kilowatts, stove basically off. See also the 3-hour history of all the 7 readings from 6:50 in the morning to 9:50. Geyser 2 was on for an hour from about 8:20 and big geyser kicked in just after 9:30. Our stove has a built-in thermostat that switches the elements off and on to prevent overheat, thereby creating this blue zigzag effect. See from 9:30, total power started escalating from below 1 kilowatt to 5 kilowatts when Giza 1 kicked in. And then Giza 2 kicked in and about 9:45, and then the kettle just after 9:50. As you can imagine, this opens a whole chapter in real-time monitoring to control and optimize, analyze and predict, and to conduct deep-level optimization supported by machine learning. In part 2 of this series, I'll go into details and analyze the household consumption patterns, decide and automate in real time which assets to deprioritize and when demand exceeds predetermined threshold with real-time mobile phone alerts. Please subscribe to my channel for part 2 of this video and more of detailed energy analytics and optimization, where I will demonstrate how data analytics, artificial intelligence, and machine learning can be deployed to manage energy usage with the target of reducing energy demand and hence the Eskom electricity bill by at least 25%.